On these episodes, I normally come to a private person's garage or even a barn and talk about one car in particular. Well, I have come here to talk about one car in particular, but here in Nottinghamshire, I've come to a really old work unit because the car in there was bought new by a family, a very special car. And despite their business being salvage cars and repair, crash damage, that sort of thing, this one car has always stayed, and it's tucked in the corner of this garage. So of course this is a barn find episode of the Late Break Show. The car in there is a very special homologation 80s saloon. I'm Jonny Smith, and this episode is proudly supported by Nielsen Car Cleaning Products.
How you doing?
Hey.
You all right?
Good to meet you.
Yeah,
Good to meet you.
So
which one is it?
the silver one in the
yeah.
corner.
Oh yeah. You've got some nice cars in here.
Yeah.
I've just noticed some
There's a few
even more.
bits and bobs.
So,
Yeah.
before we talk about that, which is a Mercedes, I've got to get this right, Mercedes 2.5 16 190e Cosworth. It's a very long name, which was a homologation car, make no mistake. And we'll talk a little bit more about the story. And hopefully, Rob, we'll talk a bit more about these things under sheets.
No probs.
I noticed the tailpipes of that one in particular.
Yeah.
Is that a V10 M5?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about this lovely old building, because this is not a home garage.
It's a garage actually that we've not owned for that many years, but it's sort of a family business. My dad used to work here as an apprentice back in the day. So we've been in this area ever since, for it's probably 45 years.
Really?
So yeah. So
And the family business is what? Salvage, body repair?
yeah, my dad initially started off as a body repair guy.
Yeah.
So he used to sort of repair cars and one thing and another, and then he just got into buying and selling salvage and picking the cream and repairing them and one thing and another. So
you grew up around it?
grew up around it, yeah. In the scrapyard next door, we had two E-type Jags stacked on top of each other.
Oh gosh.
Mark II Escorts, Mark I Escorts, everything,
I bet you've bailed loads. I bet you've bailed loads of gold.
burnt out Cosworths, all sorts of things.
Really?
We've had it all through our hands, yeah.
So that car, which we will go and uncover in a sec, because I can't wait to have a look at it.
Yeah.
That car your dad bought new.
Yeah, brand spanking new. We saw it in the showroom at B&K Thomas in Nottingham, which was well known back in the day for the Mercedes, and it was there, bang sideways in the showroom window with the lights on it. And I drove by one night, went home, said, "Dad, I want to see this car," because he'd always been a Mercedes man. He'd had some of the smaller derivative, cars before.
Yeah.
Next day, came to work. We were in our overalls, in our work gear. I said, "Come on, let's go down." So, come on, Dad. Went down, walked in the showroom. He just looked at it. He says, "Yeah, I want that car." He says, "Can I want it. Can I buy it?" And they said, "Sorry, sir, it's sold."
Okay.
Oh, okay. No. The guy who was initially buying it said he's going to wait for the next build or the next one to come along. So they said, "If you want." So we went straight down with a deposit of £1,000. Picked it up a couple of days later.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what year was that? 80?
89.
Right.
We had to choose our own number plate. What number plate would you like, sir? And F417 KRA, yeah. So.
And that's it ever since?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on then, let's have a look. I've just noticed this. The thing
Yeah.
the thing that's in the way
Yeah, Quattro 20
is the aero-shaped. I love these aero Quattros.
So, yeah, this has not been run for a few years, as you can say.
Is this yours?
It's actually my son's.
Is it?
Yeah.
I love these.
It's actually my son's.
1990.
I store all the rubbish for him.
These were so modern for their time, because this is what replaced the UR Quattro, the original boxy Quattro. So this is unmodified, is it?
It's totally unmolested, yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
You've got on record, yeah, that Rob said that he thinks this car will start easily. This isn't the star of the show. However, it's still a very, very cool car. Oh,
well, that's the brakes coming up.
handbrake. Without the W201 190 Cosworth, BMW's M3 probably would have never existed. Mercedes originally developed this car for a World Rally competition, having asked Cosworth to build a zingy 4-cylinder 16-valve headed version of their M102 engine to suit. But when Audi's Quattro blitzed into the scene, that killed all hopes of a rear-wheel drive competitive rally car. Instead of shelving the prototypes though, Merc entered DTM, the Deutsche Touring Car Series. 20 of the imaginatively named 190e 2.3-16 hot hatch baby Benzes were featured in the Nürburgring reopening event of May 1984. All driven by Formula One drivers past and present. A certain Ayrton Senna won, strong sales followed after that. I should have asked you this way before we started getting this far, Rob, is how long has it been off the road?
I was looking on my previous texts to a kid who helped me last time it ran.
Yeah.
Because we moved it, blah, blah, blah. It was just a kid who was working with me at the time.
Yeah.
And I looked back, it was between 2014 and 2015 it actually ran.
Okay.
And after that, I'll be honest with you, I did try to start it probably 5 years ago, before it came into here.
Yeah.
And it didn't start.
Okay. So, it's that fuel injection which I'm a bit nervous
Your magic
about.
can might
see.
do the trick. All right, are we ready?
But you're pretty handy as a mechanic, so this could,
well, some say.
you know.
Some say.
I've
Right there, look, Oakley Factory Pilot. I stuck that on in '89 because I used to be sponsored by Oakley goggles when I did my dirt bike racing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what's the deal with the Norton? I saw the Norton sticker on the bumper.
My dad was Norton Owners Club, Norton owner of Commandos and all sorts of, you know.
Awesome. Because we're in a workshop, Rob's got all the tools. We're going to use the forklift, obviously, to drag it out gently. We don't know if the brakes are seized, but we do know there's 2 of the 4 tyres are flat. Just get the airline fired up, put those tyres up. Once we pull it out, we can have a really nice look around the car and look to see if there's a chance of getting this thing to run. It goes without saying that if you haven't already, I would love you to like and subscribe and comment on this video. But watch it all first, yeah?
Yeah. Right, that's cool. Yeah.
So talk to me about this, because Mavis, this is your car.
Well, I don't like to say that. It was bought for Don, actually. You know, he wanted a Merc.
Right.
And I wasn't bothered. I'm not bothered about cars.
Okay.
They don't bother me one little bit. I mean, I've got Robert moans about me now in my '08 Focus. As long as it starts, gets me from A to B,
Yeah.
that's all I'm bothered about. It's got a nice heater in it. And I could have had a choice of cars.
Mavis, you've got a 190 Cosworth.
I know.
So you remember coming to get this car? You remember test driving it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And what did you think about it? So obviously
liked it.
your husband, Dom, was like, oh, I like that Mercedes, I
Yeah,
want that.
yeah, we both liked it.
Yeah. Why did you stop driving it? What's the story with what, I mean,
We wanted to keep it under 100,000, and I've just looked, and It's just slightly over 100.
100,512.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it below.
So that's why you stopped driving it, because
Yeah.
you'd done 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
But I know it had a tow bar on it, so you used to tow with
Tow
it.
with it, caravan, yeah.
You used to go caravanning with
Yeah.
a Mercedes Cosworth.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
That's awesome. Is it a bit odd that you've still got it? Because you probably never thought you'd still have it 30-something years later.
I don't know. I think we knew it was a bit unusual, a bit rare, you know, one of the first.
Yeah.
So something must have clicked where we thought we'll hang on to that.
You must have had lots of admirers when you got it new.
Yeah.
Because like you say, it is a special car. And
I used to love driving it.
did you?
Self-levelling, you know.
Yeah. So cool.
Is he filming me talking to you?
He's filming everything.
Is he filming us now?
Yeah,
Are
he
you
is.
talking?
Yeah. But what we're going to do now, you see, Mavis, because I think, although it has been covered up, and luckily it's been kept dry, we're going to see if it'll run.
Yeah, I know.
And then we're going to clean it.
It may need some fuel in it.
It will definitely need...
Probably.
I've got a special can. It's cool, isn't it? It's obviously been in the tight up against that wall. And this is bits of the wall
Yeah.
that have flaked off the plaster and dropped, and there's wood lice. It's a bit of sort of like
I think that's
looks like oil.
it is off the one.
Oh, is it
above.
off from that
yeah,
BMW?
Yeah, but it's actually it'll wipe off.
No, this is
It's
good.
not-
I think
it's
it'll...
not. Yeah,
It's in seriously good condition, really. I mean, has it been garaged all its life?
no,
It hasn't?
no, not at all.
Okay.
It is in really good nick to say we never wrapped it in cotton wool.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only physical paint or damage, it's had a wing.
I think it's this wing.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
you
I
see
do
the-
because it's not quite the same colour, look.
Yeah.
And there's a telltale here, which is, again, my dad, who was not that meticulous. Well, he was, but there, look, you see a bit of resin where the...
Oh, well,
that's-
that body cladding.
So I would say it probably is the near side wing that was in the salt and sort of...
When you come round, it's the profile of these where you can really see that kind of like homologation body kit, which was so big and necessary for aero, for DTM racing. These arches, they're cladding on the doors, the skirts. And I think on the Evo 1 or 2 cars, there was even like a piece on the back here where this crease and the boot, the roof goes down. And a bigger wing, of course, on the Evo, or a double wing. Yeah. So there's
I didn't know that was in there. There's a wing, look.
Yeah, there is another wing. Oh, that's
A spare wing.
So
It's
that's
still in primer.
that would have been because of that bubbling driver's side. Your dad will have probably snaffled one away and gone, "I'll keep that as a backup." Is that what all these bits are from? Other
190 headlights, spare mirrors. Off a red one.
yes,
Purple. I don't know.
because I remember as a kid being so confused as to why would you have asymmetric mirrors, but the 190 and other
Yeah, crazy. One bigger
shorter-
than the other.
Yeah, one bigger than the
Yeah.
other, and it was only a Mercedes thing.
Yeah.
It was a very odd Mercedes thing. So the thing is when we were pulling it out, I noticed that the tops of the door cars are sort of
It's a shame.
peeling.
Yeah.
And
They'd probably repair and stick down.
I think they will repair because the rest of the condition's good.
Yeah.
And you've
The
got
leather's quite good as well.
the leather's really good. This is nice.
Yeah.
So there is a radio in it, and it says Mercedes-Benz on it.
Yeah, but it's
From a later car, probably. I don't know.
well, they wouldn't give us one when we went to buy it. They wouldn't give us a radio.
I mean, that's
No.
bonkers to think about that. Isn't it? And then you've got a couple of gauges down here.
One is outside temperature gauge, which was the optional, is on the invoice as an optional extra. This will be the centre one.
It's the digital thing,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. This is aged really well, and of course the piece de resistance. I always thought it didn't look very sporty, the gear knob of this, but of course it's back and left first, being dog.
Yeah, first gear. Give it a pull, see if she'll still. Yeah, straight in, and then.
I love what I like about these. Probably my favourite part of the interior is the back, because it's got those big, bucketed.
Yeah, swabs.
It's a 4-seat, not a 5, and I remember that being quite distinctive. Yeah, lots of webs. Lots of webs.
Yeah.
But again, the condition.
Yeah.
Let's have
Yeah.
let's have a look under the bonnet. Oh, hello. We've got some soundproofing droop
Yeah. Yeah.
going on here. All this, whatever it is, it's all disintegrated, isn't it? What's good about this is, apart from the fact it's had a showering of soundproofing, I can't see any activity of mice, which is great.
No.
Normally they nibble away at the plastics, the shrouds and the pipes, but this, it's just
This had a coat of WD-40 every 6 months. A complete. It looks a bit, but you won't see any. You won't find any rust. You won't find any rust.
No, there's no.
Oh shit! I left a battery on it. Unconnected up.
Well, how long's that been in there?
5 years.
Right.
Or longer, or 10 years from when I moved it from.
I think we need to put a different battery on it.
Yeah.
But luckily, you seem to have a collection of batteries.
We should have a battery
which
somewhere.
doesn't normally happen on barn finds. I have brought one, but I'm not sure we need one. But this is the party piece, obviously the twin cam 16 valve head.
Yeah, the plugs are still in it, you see.
Yeah.
And they've not been chewed or anything.
No, there's obviously a spare set here which you will have, or someone, your dad, will have taken out.
They're the little plugs, look, to go onto there.
Yeah, right. I see. Ordinarily, I would do, like I say, plugs out, and then fit a battery after I've cleaned the plugs, and then maybe do a turnover.
Yeah.
But probably remove the fuel supply.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether this car, the fuel pump kicks in on the second click of the ignition key before
pre-primes it, sort of thing. Yeah.
And of course, then you can either choose, if that's alive, go with, you could use the tank and risk it, or I can try and plumb in my little can of hope onto wherever the inlet.
We'll give it a spin and see if we can hear the pump kick in.
I will.
Do you want to go in and give it a spin?
Is that what you would normally do? What would you normally do? Would you just go?
I've got confidence.
Would you put more fuel in it? You have got confidence. Okay.
I don't think it's going to start, but let's turn it over and see what it sounds like or whatever.
Okay. Just leave it as is.
Just leave it as is, yeah. Because that's all. As long as that's good, that's all you need.
That's good.
So it's all you need.
And you
as long as there's oil in it, good clean oil.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can prematurely damage.
So you don't want to take off a king lead or anything like that and give it a bit of a.
We could have a look, see if it's sparking. Yeah. So go and spin it over then. Let's have a look. And we'll,
we've got. Have you got that? That's, by the way, it's the 4th time I've hit my head on that. All the lights are on. It's showing quarter of a tank.
Is it?
Yes.
It's 10-year-old.
Yeah, that's my worry. Oh my gosh, Rob, the electric headrest works.
Does it?
Yeah.
I told you.
Hang on. How tricky is that? Goodness me. Seriously. Right, you want to try to...
Yeah, spin her over, let's see what it does. Whoa.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got a massive spark.
Good. You could have missed some fresh fuel into its mouth.
Yeah.
But then we still don't know whether the fuel pump...
Let's have a look that the rotor arm's working.
Oh yeah, you got that spare plug. Good call.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Good spark.
So it's a case of deciding on what we do for fuel.
Yeah. I think it wants a little bit of power. So we'll put the charger on it.
Right.
So
I'm a bit fearful of this injection system, Rob.
Oh yeah.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So
as I say,
you're just giving it a little tickle.
Yeah.
On the.
It needs to.
On the side. Interesting.
Just give it. Sometimes we'll pick up the vapour, but we need to be careful.
Yes. Because I don't know if we still don't know if the fuel pump's working, do we?
No.
We could get
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. Well.
It started on that little bit of fuel.
I took your advice, and your advice worked. So on the basis of that, we could, if you wanted it to idle, I suppose we could
Put your
put the can of hope onto there
yeah.
and run it off.
Well, I tell you what we'll do then. Shall we crack that off and just see if we're getting any fuel?
Yes.
We're not. I don't think we're getting.
No,
any
I don't
fuel.
think we are.
No. Right. So that's the high pressure feed off, Johnny. So if you want to give it a spin over, see if we've got any fuel. No, it's not kicking up fuel. We're going to have to put the can of hope on to.
I'll tell you what we have got. We've got really good oil pressure.
Yeah.
Because that needle just went ping. Right, can of hope's connected. It's pressured up.
Yeah, you happy?
No weeps that I can see. You man the keys because it's your car.
Okay.
And it's your mum sat down behind the car waiting for it to fire up. No pressure, obviously. I don't like this fuel injection system when it sits. I have a habit. If you've watched my barnfind Capri recently, similar fuel injection, I believe. In fact, I've done a Mercedes barnfind before where it let me down. A V8 SL. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Have a go. No.
No. The bugger.
So that could be I'm trying to think of a solenoid. I've been on Google. What we're trying to ascertain is whether or not we're putting fuel into what Bosch calls its fuel metering head, I think, for the injection system. But we're not getting any fuel out the other side. Whether that means there's a relay that is shutting and won't open for whatever reason, has failed, or the car thinks that because the fuel pump's knackered, it's just cutting off fuel. Those are the things we don't know. What we do know is that when we put a drizzle of fresh fuel down there, down the airflow meter, it stumbles and tries to start straight away.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is, via Google and other things, work out where the fuel pump relay is and whether or not it's failed or whether we can bypass it. I have to be completely transparent. I've never worked on one of these engines before, and I have terrible history with these Bosch fuel injection systems, so I'm just being cautious, trying to be methodical. And although Rob has worked on hundreds of cars before, this car's never broken down. So apart from changing its oil
Till now.
and its filter, you've never needed to do anything else.
Never worked on it.
So that's the status at the moment.
Yeah.
So nobody knows what you're doing.
You're absolutely right, Mavis. That is the fact that neither of us particularly know what we're doing right now. Yeah. Rob knows a Mercedes specialist. He's been trying to phone him. He won't pick up. He might answer us back any minute, but in the meantime, we've decided to go full old school. Don't try it at home.
Because all we want to ask is the location of the fuel pump relay.
Yeah.
Where that is, I don't know.
No. So what we're going to do is
atomise it.
Yeah, Rob's on the weed sprayer gun, and we're just going to mist a little bit of fuel in, and we want to just try and make it idle.
I've lost some eyebrows back in the day doing this, you know.
Don't know what you're talking about. Losing your eyebrows. Senator, Scotland. Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Oh, Johnny, whoa.
What?
The actual fuel pump's starting to kick fuel out.
Hey?
The actual fuel pump itself is starting to kick fuel out.
Is it working?
Yeah, do it again.
Okay.
Whoa, turn it off.
Right.
Yeah.
So I heard it. It's just sprung into life.
Oh yeah, it has on it.
It's just
Yeah,
gone,
yeah. And it's pissing out here.
Right, so if it's pissing out...
Yeah, maybe the electronic side of around the cage electronics working.
So what we could do...
Right, we'll put it back. We'll take the can of hope off.
And we could put a jerry can full of fresh fuel into the tank, dilute the old fuel if you wanted, and run off the original fuel pump. Or do you think it's horrendous? Does it smell of
Let's-
old toothpaste?
Let's go. Let's just have a quick go.
Really?
No, I'm going to... 2 seconds. Let me put the original fuel feed system back on.
Just make sure it's not under pressure.
Right, let's...
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm fingers crossed now.
What happens if it runs perfectly but your mum's not here and then your mum comes back in the room just as it...
Oh, well.
Yeah?
It's...
She can watch the video. She can like and subscribe.
I'm going to give it a little bit of a squirty to help it.
Yeah. I'm not going to rev it hard.
All right.
At all. Oh. Well,
Definitely running on my fuel.
do you think that's just you?
I do think it, yeah.
That was really smooth to start.
It was, just, yeah.
Okay. Well,
If you want to go again,
you got the choice. If you wanted to, you could stick a gallon or two of super unleaded straight into its backside and dilute the filth that's in there. It sometimes works, it doesn't always.
it's distilled water.
What? Doesn't bloody smell like it. So the fuel pump seems to have sprung into life mysteriously on the car. So fuel started coming out of here. We've abandoned the can of hope to see if the original fuel system will cope. We've put some fresh fuel in the fuel tank. We'll see what happens. Rob's going to
help it a little bit.
help it to get going. I'm going to see if the fuel pump consistently buzzes, because I'm not sure it's consistent at the moment. And that's as far as we've gone. So, okay.
Yep. To give it some fuel.
Pardon?
Do you want me to give it some fuel?
Yeah, I don't think I'm hearing the fuel pump, you know.
No, no.
That's the weird thing.
I know it's inconsistent, isn't it?
I mean, what it could be a terrible connection down there. It could be a rusted terminal.
Yeah.
I've certainly seen that before. But the fact that it's like ignition's on now, I'm pretty sure it's not happening.
Yeah, it was working.
So
wasn't
we're
it?
getting like 1 in 5
Yeah.
on the key, activating the fuel pump. And I don't know what the solution to that is, apart from...
Well, I'll give it some fuel. Then the fuel pump will have like a constant electrical feed to it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Once it knows it's rotating, so...
Yeah. That's just idling at that speed. That's just running off your hand. I was actually running really consistently. And that's just WD there. Do you want to kill it?
That's a shame, but...
I'm amazed at how well that ran on a weed killer gun.
It's mad, isn't it?
That was really smooth, actually.
Yeah.
So what we have here is yay, we know the engine runs. We know the fuel injection system does need an overhaul, which is not a big surprise. We also know that the fuel pump does function intermittently.
Yeah.
So obviously...
It's either the communication to it or it's the fuel pump itself.
Exactly.
I
still call... I mean, I know this is smoking, this is just WD-40 residue.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful manifold, may I say. But what I'm going to say, I'm going to call that a win. And I'm going to say, to celebrate, let's push it outside and I'm going to give it a little clean. Out in the yard is a bit of a lorry back, and in the lorry back is, if I can get the bloody thing, there we go, open, look. It's not a Cosworth, it's a spare 190E that Rob picked up for salvage. It's actually really solid, and they put it in there for a rainy day for spares, but actually Rob's son Nathan, who owns that Quattro, is seriously thinking about building like an Evo 1 or Evo 2 rep out of that. There's also loads of engines in there, but not for today. Right, while there's a break in the rain and before it gets dark, I'm going to give it a bit of a wash. Now, you might have seen at the beginning of this video, our Barnfind playlist is proudly supported by Nielsen Car Cleaning Products. They're a British company dating from 1969. All the products are made here in the UK, and you can get a discount code of 35% off if you use the discount code on the screen right now. And if you go into the description below, there's a link you can click straight through and shop to your heart's content. I couldn't resist drying it off and giving it a little go with some of the Nielsen Quick Detailer. But I mean, the more I stare at it, like when you're cleaning a car, you notice more imperfections. But for a car that's been used a lot and not restored, possibly had one wing, it's looking pretty good. As I always say, I don't have time to do a really hardcore detail on Barnfind Day because I'm trying to get the car running as well, but I do like to give it a nice little clean, and we'll be able to put a fresh dust cover on it. But also, I wouldn't put a wet car back in a building that wasn't breathing. I know this building is drafty and these doors get opened on a daily basis. I would never put a wet car away otherwise. I've noticed that inside the clocks it's mouldy, so that would be a take the lens off the clocks. So one of the main things that I'm really looking forward to seeing, as you said, we've still got the original bill of sale of this car.
Yeah, the original.
From when your folks got it.
Yeah.
So where is that? Because we've got the maintenance. I love this stuff. Got the maintenance book. 190E 2.5 16.
Yeah.
So good. So good. W201. Oh, this is great. Look at this. B&K Thomas Limited. Sale 8th of March 1989. Supplying one new Mercedes-Benz Type 190E 2.5 16 finished in 735 metallic astral silver with 271 black leather upholstery. And complete as per maker's spec and guarantee. Leather seating, optional. Outside air temperature gauge, which you mentioned.
Yeah, optional, yeah.
Which is 84 quid. An electrically adjustable driver's seat with the headrest. Yeah. Again, optional. So all in, 32,000 quid. Oof. Wow. That's brilliant.
But as I said, yeah.
Here.
So there's more itemised stuff on there.
So this is when you said your folks...
Yeah, they left a
grand deposit.
A grand deposit, and then the rest was the balance there.
So it says there, it says £32,007.84, less £1,000 deposit, £31,007.84. Brilliant. Oh, those are the services that they offer at the dealership. This dealership doesn't exist anymore?
No.
Okay.
No. There's very little service history stamps, and as I said to you, they voided my dad's warranty because he took it
because he modified the exhaust.
when the car was 6 months old, probably wasn't even 6 months old. He said the car's too quiet, so he removed the rear silencer, cut it open, took all the wadding out, re-welded it back up neatly, took it back for one of its services. They looked at the exhaust and said, your warranty's void, sir, because you've modified the exhaust. So that's why there's only a few, because we refused ever to take it back to them. Well, what was the point? We had no warranty.
Yeah.
So we just serviced it ourselves.
So this is obviously not for the 190.
My dad's first ever, as you call it, baby Mercedes. What do you call them? Baby Merc?
Oh, baby Benz. This was
baby Benz. So that was my dad's first model that came out the canal or the river. It was water damage. It was completely submerged. It was yellow, yeah. URB 51N. So N reg is
75?
75.
74, 75, I think?
Yeah.
If you've been watching this wondering what the hell these cars are on the ramps under covers of Rob's, well, wander no further. This is where we'll quickly have a look at these. I know they're not the main source of this video, but obviously you've seen the Subaru here, the blue one, the Impreza. What's under this one, Rob?
Mark 1. Is it Mark 1?
Classic
I
shape.
don't know.
Yeah. Is it a saloon or an estate?
Saloon.
It's great.
Yeah. So.
You like these, don't you? They're good. They're really good, I have to say. Great. So two really nice fast turbo Scoobies. And here, I did actually recognise this from
most
the quad
people
pipes.
will know what that is.
Use the broom.
Yeah.
It's only a V10 M5.
Yeah. It's only done 60,000.
Really?
Yeah, 60 dead. Yeah. Literally 60 dead, not 61, 62.
So you bought it for a bit of a laugh, or you?
I just bought it because I like the sound of them.
Yeah, most people do. And this is a keeper?
Yeah, I think it's obviously my favourite because I didn't get to drive it much.
You need to drive the damn thing.
I know. This one.
Get your broom out.
Let's get the broom out.
This might be the rarest. Or is it?
Oh,
you beauty.
It's the one that everybody wants.
E39 B10 Alpina.
Yeah, correct. Don't have to educate you on that now. Sounds a beast. When you board out from 4.4 to 4.6, it rocks the car it's an amazing sound. All original exhaust system. If you go underneath and have a look, it's never been. They've still got the Alpina badges on the cats.
Alpina Boysen. Exhaust silencers made in Germany. I might have to come back another day and take that out for a spin.
Yeah,
I've never driven one ever.
It's a DSG one with Alcantara steering wheel.
Yeah.
But my mate used to get in and out of it. It's got cream leather and it's not cream leather anymore.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he used to get in and out. He used to drive it in and out of his garage every day. And the leather's not good.
Okay.
He used to get in it with his overalls on and...
What?
Yeah, it's... but it's just, it's an original car, so...
I would ask you about the Range Rover Sport, but I don't give a shit about them, so I'm not going to.
No.
I hope you've enjoyed today's adventure as much as I have. Getting to see a one family owned, well used, enjoyable Merc Cosworth, a real homologation car, make no mistake, is a great thing. And it's cleaned up way better than I was expecting, actually. And hopefully this will see the road again in the near future. Maybe we'll come back and revisit it and take it out for a decent drive. If you haven't already, I'd love you to subscribe to The Late Brake Show. Maybe you want to become a patron of ours and you get early access to videos like this and a blog from me to tell you all about what's going on behind the scenes. Oh, and don't forget that discount code from Nielsen Car Cleaning Products. Thank you.